Britannia's really going to cut a dash wherever it sails in because of the amazing stylised Union flag sweeping over the prow. So there'll be no doubt which holidaymakers are coming into port when Britannia arrives. Oh, the ship is very glamorous. It's really beautifully designed. A really nice art collection. I think there are 6,000 pieces. Really nice sort of wall coverings, different textures and things. It's really very well thought out. This morning I went to the cookery club and I was one of the first to have a lesson, and we learnt about puddings, James Martin's favourite, pavlova with raspberries and white chocolate, and we also learnt about bread and butter pudding made with croissant. And we had this great teacher who talked us all the way through it, and it was huge fun. It's such a great idea because it's real cooking with real implements. And of course it's tapping into our love of cookery programmes, you know, it's spot on. And then there's the Market Cafe in the atrium, which is a great spot for just picking out something like a gorgeous cake by Eric Lenlard, or you could have a wonderful cheese selection, charcuterie, a cup of coffee, and it's all in this very nice sort of open area atmosphere. Well, Charlie Turnbull, he's an absolute expert on cheeses, and he's the curator of the cheese collection, and he's chosen all these cheeses, specialising in British cheeses. On the same lines, they've got a fantastic collection of beers, and these are great British beers from all over the British Isles. They do a rather clever thing where they have a flight of beers, which is 3 beers. They've chosen them by region, so you can get the Northern Collection or the Southern Collection, and you just get a third of a pint of 3 different ones, and you taste all 3 and go and order a bottle later of the one you like best. As well as the beer menu, there's also a gin menu, which you can have in the Crow's Nest, which has got about 20 different gins, I think, and they have a perfect serve where they tell you the recommended way to drink it. If you're a gin lover, then I think you'll be very intrigued by that menu. P&O's definitely got the measure of, you know, the modern holiday maker by giving such a lot of different choices. They know that it's not enough just to offer us a gin and tonic. We care about our gins and we care about our tonics. And I think what is really interesting is that they've sort of picked up on the trend for these microbreweries and also small gin distilleries, which are actually made in the UK. What I think is really good is the studio, because it's like a sort of television studio where you have a live audience, where they can put on all sorts of shows, but it also can be turned into a traditional cinema. For example, today, The Theory of Everything was on, and that is a really new film, and you can see it on a big screen. When you go on holiday, you can catch up on really quite new Oscar-winning films.